G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son, and we're going to try a little bit of Shadows of Brimstone for something different. And we've got two heroes. We've got the Lawman, who of course is the Lone Ranger, and we've got the Indian Scout, who is Tonto. So the Lone Ranger is Agility 2, Cunning 4, Spirit 2, Strength 3, Law 2 and Luck 3, and was Initiative 4, but his personal item he got was the pocket watch, which gives him +1 initiative, so he's now Initiative 5. His ability is laying down the law. Once per attack you may reroll 1 to hit roll. He is 2 combat, 2 grit, 4+ range and melee, to attack. Health and sanity are 12s and 4+ for saves. He comes with the Peacekeeper pistol, range 6, 3 shots, and the Sheriff's badge. Once per adventure, give all heroes +2 shots with a gun or +2 combat they choose during the next activation. He's going to start with 1 grit and 1 bandages, and his special ability that I've chosen for him is Strong Leadership. Use 1 grit to heal 1 health and 1 sanity from yourself and every other hero on your map tile. Gain 5 XP for every wound sanity healed from another hero that way. So that is him done. And then we have Tonto, who is Agility 3, Cunning 2, Spirit 3, Strength 2, Law 3, and he was Luck 2, but he got the Lucky Charm as his personal item, +1 luck, so he's now 3. Once per adventure, ignore all damage from a single source. So his abilities are Tracker. Once per adventure, you may discard and redraw an exploration token or encounter card just revealed, and he's fast +1 move. Again, combat and grit are 2, range and melee are 4+, health and sanity are 10s with 4+ saves. He comes with the carbine, which is range 8, shots 3, and the Indian hatchet. Your combat hits are +1 damage. He's going to start with a whiskey and a grit, and his special ability is heightened senses. Once per turn you may reroll a single to hit roll or defense roll. So that is him. We have all the tokens and stuff over here. We have the map tiles for the 2 core sets here, and we have our enemies ready to go. I'm basically using the 2 core sets. We've got the map deck here. I'm using the advanced encounters, so I've got them out. We have 2 encounter decks otherwise, so they'll just be odds and evens for rolls. Between the core sets and the expansions and so forth that I've got 3 mine artifacts. So again, it'll be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Tradera stuff. The old Klutz inspired XP and money ready to go. We've got the threat decks over there. We've got 6 piles of gear cards, so if we need a gear card we'll just roll a die 6. We've got 2 lots of darkness cards, so again odds and evens, and then the growing dread up the back. We've got the tracker and the exploration tokens ready to go. Here's our 2 little guys. Here's the Lawman, and here's Tonto, the Indian Scout. What else do I want to show you? Dice-wise, the good guys will use the blue dice, the bad guys will use the red dice, and we've got the peril dice ready to go. So I'll just try and keep everything in frame to go from there. We're just going to do the first training mission, which is a fistful of Darkstone. We need to find 2 clue icons, and then we'll have a high threat because there's only the 2 of us. And any gates that we come across will just be mine entrances. We're not going off-world this time. And I think that is about it. So let's get into it. So first things first is, of course, the holding back the darkness. And we get a 9, so is good. And we'll go with the Lone Ranger first, moving. Oh, and he moves a whole 1 and gets a grit. He's happy enough with that. And he will try and scavenge. Again, I'm using the original rules, so you can only scavenge a tile once, and you don't get any XP for looking through. And we get nothing there, so it's Tonto's move. He gets a 3, plus 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again he will try and scavenge. And he doesn't find anything either, so we're back to hold back the darkness. An 8 is good, and the Lone Ranger moves off again with a 6 and moves up and will look through. So I'll grab a card, and we've found a rail tunnel, so I'll set that up and be right back. Okay, so we've got the rail tunnel set up there, ready to go. Got the exploration token, and now it's Tonto's turn to move. He gets a 4. He'll just come up beside there, and he will try and scavenge the entrance tile. And he does. He gets 1. So I'll just give these a quick shuffle, and we'll pull 1, and it is draw a Growing Dread card and add it to the stack. Wow. Okay, well, and we get 10 XP for that. I will be combining the XP, and there's the 10 XP, and the money. That's just the way I roll. And a Growing Dread card, ready to go up there. Okay, so exploration token. We have 1 door, not a gate, and of course an attack. Okay, so where is the door? It's a 6, so it'll be down here. So we'll just block off t'other. And with 2 heroes, we get a low threat card. So we're going to have P Stranglers. 3 Stranglers. So I'll just set that up and be right back. Rightio. So these are my Stranglers. 3 of them set up. We'll have a look at their stats. They're initiative 4, medium size. Their abilities are Ensnare. Strangler to hit rolls of 6, counters 3 hits each. They move 6, escape 6+, melee 3+. They 4 combat doing 1 damage, 2 defense, 3 health, and we get 25 XP for everyone we bump off. So yucky poos. So that's what we've got. Okay. Let's put the dice tray up there like that. Okay, so holding back the darkness is the first thing we do. I just need to move the track. And we get an 8, so we do hold back the darkness. We'll have the Lone Ranger go first, moving a 4. He will go 1, 2, 3 to there. Pulls out his Peacekeeper pistol, and he needs 4s to hit. He gets a critical and a hit. I'm not going to grit that one. He's going to put the critical on this fella. So we need a 3 to kill him. Oh, we get a 2. Oh, well. Righto, so that's 2 wounds on this young fella here. And the other guy, we need a 3 to kill him. And we get a 2. Oh, stuff it, I'm going to grit that. I want to kill at least one of them. And we get a 6, and this guy is dead. I'll just collect all the XP at the end of this fight. All things being equal. Right, and then it is the Tonto to move. Gets a 5. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets in amongst them. He's going to use his carbine. 3 shots, 4+ to hit. Gets 1 hit. I think we might grit those. And he gets 2 more hits, so 3 hits. So the first hit on this guy here, oops, sorry, 5 to kill. A 3 does 1 wound. Next one, 4 to kill. A 2 does nothing. And on the same one, now he gets a 5 and bumps this guy off. Righto, it's the Strangler. He's got 4 combat. Needs a 3 to hit. And he gets 4 4s, so 4 hits. Okay. I should have used the red die, but in fact I should. I said I was going to use the red die for them. Okay. And he gets 3 5 hits. So, yep. And Tonto needs 4s to save. And he saves 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll take 1 wound. And we're back to holding back the darkness. A double 2s is a mine event. Dark Dread. Draw a Growing Dread card. Okay, so now have 2 Growing Dread cards. Okay, we'll go with the Lawman first, the Lone Ranger, moving. A 3 goes 1, 2. Again with his pistol, 3 shots, looking for 4s. And gets 3 5s, that's 3 hits. Puts them all on that guy. And 1 5 is enough to kill him. And he is dead. Right. So 3 Stranglers, 25 each is 75 XP. So we have our 75 XP. Then we can do catching our breath. The Lawman has moved, so has had his go, so the only thing he could do is die 3 wounds or sanity, but he has none, so there's nothing there. The Indian Scout has 1 wound, but I think what's more important for him at the moment is probably a grit, so he's going to take the grit. And that way they've still got 1 grit each. The other thing I forgot to say is we start with 1 revive token as well. Okay, and then we get a loot card each. Yay! So, one for the Lone Ranger, 1 for Tonto. And the Lone Ranger gets 50 gold and 20 XP. So we got $50 and 20 XP. And Tonto gets 20 XP and a Darkstone. And this is my Darkstone, which is just some placky blocks I bought from eBay or Amazon or something. I think they're for fish tanks and things like that. And I just painted them with some sparkly nail polish. So that's my Darkstone. So he's got a Darkstone now. And 20 XP, which we'll give him. And then I'll just pause it, clean this up, and we'll come back and keep going. Okay, back for some more murder and mayhem. Right, holding back the darkness. And we fail. So that's our first fail. Do that. Let's do... we'll do the Lone Ranger. He gets a 2. He'll move forward and have a look through. And he finds the summoning chamber. So we've got the advanced summoning circle. Advanced encounter. Righto. I'll get that out and we'll be back. Right. So we've already picked that out, so we know we're going to be doing that. Excuse me. So now it's Tonto's move. He gets a 1, so he gets a grit and moves forward. And I think he's going to try and scavenge the tile back here. And gets nothing. Right, so I'll turn this over. It's our 1 door, so we'll need to close off a door. The open door is up top. So we've got that. It's our first clue icon, which is great, and we have 2 normal encounters. So I'll just roll 2 die, odds and evens. And we've got 2 evens, so 2 from my right hand. So we'll do the summoning circle first, because that's the most important one. A runic summoning circle is marked out on the floor here, surrounded by burning candles. Someone has been dabbling in some very dark stuff. Hopefully, they didn't succeed in doing whatever it is they were trying to do. We can choose to break the circle by having one person do a law 6+, and we have a 3 law on Tonto and a 2 law on the lawman. If we're successful, gain 50 XP. If fail, attack. Draw a threat card 1 level higher. Or we can ignore it and move on. Everybody does a luck 4+, and we've got a 3 luck for each. If failed by any hero, move the darkness 2 steps. We're going to do the luck. The XP would be nice, but I just don't think it's worth it. So first up, we have the Lone Ranger looking for a 4+, and he gets a 5, so he's good. And then Tonto for a 4+, and he gets a couple of 6s and a 4, so we did good, so we can just get rid of that. Okay, next encounter. Smuggler's Trap. Stepping into the room, you realise only too late what that soft tug on your leg was, a tripwire. Snapping. Everybody does a luck 6+. If pass, gain 30 XP. If fail, take D6 wounds, ignoring defense. Yuck. Okay. Luck 6+. So we'll go with the Lone Ranger first. He's got 3. And he passes. And luck for 3 on Tonto. He fails. He's going to grit that. He's got 2 grit. Come on, Tonto. You can do it. Step lively. No, he can't do it. Okay, he's going to take die 6 wounds. 2 wounds. Ignoring defense. So 2 wounds for Tonto. He's now got 3, and we get 30 XP for the Lone Ranger for passing. Okay, then roll a d6 for every unexplored doorway in the mines. Every unexplored doorway. Well, we've only got 1. 6. On a roll of 1 or 2, that exit is blocked by falling debris. If there are now no open doorways on the board, heroes may move the darkness. So, no, that's fine. So that is done. And our last encounter is the Chain of Mephistopheles. At the far end of the chamber stands a tall set of iron doors with thick chain draping onto the floor and running along the ground to the centre of the room. Don't pull the chain. Select one random exit of this room to be the iron door. Well, we've only got 1. Place an end cap there. Any heroes may pull the chain, making the following test. Heroes with 1 or more corruption points must pull the chain. Strength 6 pass. Plus, for every 6 rolled, add a sanity marker to the iron door and draw a loot card. For every 1 or 2, take a corruption hit. After all the heroes pulling the chain have made the test, if there are any sanity markers on the iron door equal to or greater than 2 times the number of the heroes, the door opens. So we need 4 sanity markers on there. So I'm just going to put them up above. And we've got to do strength tests. Okay. Yeesh. Any heroes may pull the chain, making the following test. Okay. So the lawman is a 3. So we need a 6. We need 6s. And we get absolutely nothing. So he is going to try and grit that. And he gets 2. For every 6 rolled, add a sanity marker. For every 1 or 2, no, we don't have any of that. So we've got a 5. So that was good. And then Tonto has a strength of 2. And doesn't get a 2, but gets a 1. Doesn't get a 6. Take 1 corruption hit. So he needs a 4+ to save. And he saves it. Okay. So we've finished the start of the event. So now we go into the next turn. Okay. So moving the depth track down 1. Holding back the darkness. Still need a 7. We get an 8, which is good. The lawman, the Lone Ranger, moves and gets a 1 and a grit and does the strength test. Needs 6s. Doesn't get any this time. It takes a 1, so he takes a corruption hit and fails, so takes 1 corruption. Okay, Tonto to move. A 3 is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, before he does that, we're going to scavenge in here with the Lone Ranger. He doesn't get anything, so that doesn't matter. Okay, Tonto takes his strength test, is for 2 dice, and doesn't get anything, but 4s are okay, and then scavenges, and doesn't get anything. And we're back to hold back the darkness. And a 7 is good. The Lone Ranger rolls to move, gets a 3, goes 1, 2, 3. Does the strength test. Does not get any 6s, but takes 2 corruption hits this time. 1s or 2s, yep. So he needs 2 4s or better. Gets a 5 and a 3, takes another corruption. He's now got 2 corruption. Not good. And then we'll try and scavenge. And now he gets a 6. So we'll just shuffle these up. And he gets something shiny. There's something back there. Roll a d6. We get a 1. 1 to 4, 1 Darkstone. So Darkstone for him. And 10 XP. Which we'll give him. And a scavenge marker. Done. And then it's Tonto to move. Tonto moves forward. Does his strength test of 2. And fails. So we're back to hold back the darkness. And a 10 is good. Lone Ranger to move. He's good. He's right there. And does his strength test. And gets another 6. We only need 1 more. Yep, that's him done. Tonto to move. Moving a 5 plus 1 is 6. Going nowhere. Does his strength test. And gets a 6. So the door is now open. And he hasn't scavenged or anything else, so he can actually look through. And we find a rail tunnel, so I shall set it up. Rightio. We have our rail tunnel. Everybody's had their go, so we do the exploration token, and it's our second clue, so we ignore the encounter, we ignore the doors, but we get another growing dread. So we'll just block it off. And we have 1 and 2. I can get rid of the mine card now. And we get another growing dread. Okay, so this is our final thing. So the first thing we do is the growing dread cards. So first one is Power of Darkness. A pit in your stomach forms as you hear the cracking of bones and tearing of flesh. From up ahead, whatever evil lies around the corner is clearly hungry for more. During the next fight, a random enemy group gains an extra elite ability. Okay, so an elite. Okay, second one. Dread. You shudder to think of what lay before you. Move the darkness 1 step forward on the depth track. So it becomes up to a darkness card. So odds are evens. A 6 evens. And it is Growling in the Dark. All heroes that are not currently on the same map tile as the lantern immediately take P horror hits, or 2. We are on the same tile, so we can ignore that. Okay, and the last one is Powerful Dread. It takes all of your willpower to not simply turn and flee at the sight before you. Every hero must make a single willpower save. For each failed save, move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. Okay, single willpower for the Lone Ranger, a 4 passes, and a 4 for Tonto, he fails. 2 steps. 1, 2 takes us up to another darkness card. Odds and evens. Odds it is. Forces beyond control. Immediately draw and play 1 darkness card for each hero in the posse. Okay, I can't cancel that. Damn it. Okay, so 2 darkness cards. So we'll roll up odds and evens. 2 ones, so it's going to be 2 of the front ones. Okie dokie, first one. Whispering voices. We knows you are here, come join us. Each hero takes D6 horror hits. Okay, we'll do that first. So the Lone Ranger, of course, takes 6. He needs 4s. And they're all good. They're all good. Okay. And Tonto takes 5. And again, he needs 4s. It's good, is good, is bad, is bad, is bad. So that's 3 sanity for Tonto. He's going to take it at the moment. And then it says, also 1 random hero must pass a Spirit 4 test or immediately roll once on the Madness table. Okay, so it'll be odds for the Lone Ranger, evens for Tonto. It's evens. He needs to take a Spirit 4. His Spirit is 3. 4 plus. Ooh, 1, 2. Oh, 6. Good stuff. Okay, so that one is done. We haven't even got to the attack yet. Okay, and last one. Oh, goody. Demonic Force. All demons are now +1 combat. Right, so we need to go for a high threat. And we end up with a Night Terror and 2 low threat cards. Well, I suppose the only good thing is that we'll get 3 loot cards if we survive. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, the first one is P Tentacles. And we had 4 tentacles. And the other one is another Night Terror and P Void Spiders. Okay, I'm going to set all this up and then I will come back. Won't be long. Rightio! So, tentacles are initiative 2, so they're right up the back. Night Terrors are initiative 3, so they're next up, and then the spiders are initiative 6. But we have the Growing Dread card. During the next fight, a random group of enemies, a random enemy group gains an elite ability. So it'll be 1s, 2s, 3. So that's the spiders. Get an elite ability, which will be number 5. Right-o. So let's have a look at all this and see what we're going. We may end up retreating. That's why I left the board up. I like to do that as much as I can. I'll get rid of this darkness card. I don't need that anymore. Oh, sorry, Growing Dread. Demons. So the Night Terrors are +1 combat. I need to remember that, so I'll put that on them. Okay, Void Spiders. Initiative 6, they're small beast void. Move 8, escape 4+, melee 4+, 2 combat doing 2 damage, 3 health with no defense. And they have elite ability 5, which is vicious bite. Void spider melee to hit is now 3+. Yum. Okay, then we have the Night Terrors, who are large, which means they can push other small ones out of the way. Initiative 3, Terror 2. A hero starting their activation on the same map tile automatically takes 2 horror hits. Move 5, escape 3, melee 5+, 4 combat doing 4 damage, 3 defense and 12 health. So for every time we hit them, we get 10 XP, and for each wound we get 5 on top. So that is them. And their combat is now 5 rather than 4, which is nasty. And then last off we have the Tentacles, which are a medium-sized initiative 2. They have the ability of Smash. The tentacle to hit rolls of 6, ignore a hero's defense. They are move 6, escape 4. Melee is 4+, 3 combat with 3 damage, 2 defense and 4 health. Now, I'm just going to pause it there because I want to check whether the large one just pushes the small ones out of the way rather than the mediums, so I won't be a tick. Yep, I was right. So yeah, they can push past anything that's smaller than them. So that is that. Okay, so we are there now. I'm just going to get rid of this scavenge token. We're not going to need that anymore. Nothing else there. That's good. So first things first is going to be hold back the darkness. And we fail. So that's gone up there. Can I bring... No, that's okay. It's up there. Okie dokie. So spiders are going to be first because they're initiative 6. So this guy's already moved up there. This guy will move up. They all come clustering around. These, as you can see, these are Australian void spiders. They're redbacks. Just for the fun of it. Okie dokie. So we have one attacking each of our heroes. So they are 2 combat. So against the Lone Ranger, 2 combat, he's now 3+ to hit. And he gets 2 hits. So we need 4s to save. We save 1 and we take 2 hits. 2 wounds on the Lone Ranger. Okay, and then the one attacking Tonto gets 1 hit. 4+, and he saves it. Okay, so that was the Void Spiders. So we are next. So what do I want to do here? Lone Ranger first, rolling to move. He gets a 6. He's not going anywhere. Okay. And he uses his Peacekeeper pistol. Once per adventure, give all heroes +2 shots. We may as well do that now. So I'm going to do that. So I now have 5 shots, needing 4s to hit. Oh, God, and I didn't hit with anything. I've got a grit, so I'll use that. Okie dokie. Let's try that again. 4s to hit. Okay, we have 2 criticals. We have 2 normal hits. Okay, critical on this spider. We need a 3 to kill. We get a 5. 1 spider dead. So the spiders and the tentacles, I will just do their XP at the end. The only one I'm going to have to do as we go is the night terrors. Okay, and then of course the other spider, a 1. Oh well, 1 wound out of his 3 health. And then 1 more hit on him. I need a 2. Kills him. And then I have 1 more hit. Spider or tentacle? Let's just do the spider. A 3 to kill. 2 wounds. Gosh. Okay. And he is done. So now it's Tonto to move. Gets a 4. He's not going anywhere. He's using his carbine. He gets a critical. Once per turn, you may re-roll a single to hit or defense. So we're going to do that. We're going to re-roll this one. And a hit. Okay. So the critical will go onto this spider here. 3 to kill. He's dead. And the normal hit will go on to this spider here. 3 or better to kill. A 5 and he's dead. That's 4 of the 6 done. Okay, so next to go is the Night Terrors with initiative 3, and they move 5. So this guy goes 1, 2, 3, doesn't need to push anybody out of the way. And this guy goes 1, push 2, 3 into there. So 1 attacking each of our people. These are my pretty Night Terrors. Okay, so +1 combat. So it's 5 combat against the Lone Ranger. And they need 5s to hit. And they get 1 hit. Or he gets 1 hit. 4 to save. Does not save. And takes 4 damage. Once per attack, you may re-roll to hit. No. 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 Oh, I didn't give him his 2 extra. He's going to have to take them this time. Sorry. So it's going to be 4 wounds. So that takes the Lone Ranger up to 6. Okay. And then 5 die against Tonto. 5s to hit. No hits. And then we have the tentacles go next, and they are a move of 6. So they're just going to come in behind here. Like that. This little guy's got 2. Nobody else has got any wounds. And that is the end of that turn. So it's hold back the darkness. And we fail, and we get a growing dread card. So we need to do this immediately because we're already in the final fight. And it is Threshold of the Abyss. Teetering on the brink of destruction, you stare out into the void that will one day consume all. For every blood spatter and growing dread space the darkness has passed on the depth track, not including its current, each hero takes 1 wound ignoring defense. Okay. So if we come over here and have a look, we've passed 1, 2, not counting the one we're on. That's right, isn't it? The darkness has passed, yep. So we both take 2 wounds, which takes the Lone Ranger up to 8 of his 12 and takes Tonto up to 5 of his 10. Things are looking a little crook. Right, so that is that. So next up is the Lone Ranger to move. A 3. Again, there's not much sense in moving, so he'll stay there and use his pistol. And he gets a critical, and that's it, which he puts on the Night Terror in front of him. Oh, it does 6 wounds. So 6 times 5 is 30, plus 10 is 50. So I'm just going to put a 10 back. Is 40. So I'm going to put a 10 back and grab 50. So we've grabbed 2 25s for 50. Okay, and then Tonto goes, rolls to move. Are we doing anything? No, the first thing we're going to do is the lawman is going to use his bandages. Oh, great. All that for 1. Oh, well. That's life in the big city, isn't it? So he still has 7 wounds. Okay, Tonto to move. 6. He's just going to stay put. And he's going to use his carbine. 4s to hit. And he gets a critical. Once per turn you can re-roll it to hit or defense. Okay, we're going to re-roll. No good. Okay, so again on his guy. Oh, I didn't put the wounds on mine, did I? Duh. 6 wounds. And Tonto does 2 wounds to the other Night Terror. Which is 10, and 10 is 20. Sorry. Yes, 20. Okie doke. It is then the spiders, and the spiders can't get through and do anything. So then it is the Night Terrors against the Lone Ranger for a 5. And needs 5s to hit, gets 1 hit. We need a 4. 4 or better. No. So we're going to take 4 damage, which takes us up to 11 of our 12 health. Okay, and then a Night Terror against Tonto, gain 5 dice. 5s to hit, nothing hits. Right, and then tentacles, and they can't get through, so that's the end of that. And we go back into the new turn. So holding back the darkness. Double 3s is a mind depth event. Creeping darkness, move the darkness 2 steps forward. And that gives us another darkness card. Odds or evens. Odds it is. 1 up front. And we have Strength of the Void. All void enemies are now +1 defense. So that will be spiders and tentacles are +1 defense. Great. If life wasn't hard enough. Okay. So that is that. And now it's movement for the Lone Ranger. A 2. No, there's no sense in going anywhere. So he pulls out again his trusty Peacekeeper pistol and gets a critical and a hit. Critical goes on his wounded guy. Oh, 1. 1 more wound. So he's got 7 out of his 12 wounds. And this one is a -3 for defense. And nothing. Jeez. Okay. Movement for Tonto. A 4, not going anywhere. Again, Carbine. He gets 2 hits. And he is going to re-roll his hit. Does nothing. Okay, and he will put these on to... If I put him on here, there's a chance I could kill him. But then tentacles come through and attack me. So I'm going to put it on to this guy. So this is a -3. So that's 3 wounds is 5. And this one -3 is nothing. So 3 wounds. So he's now got 5 wounds. And that's that. 3 wounds is 15 and 10 is 45. Okay, so I'm going to put back 55 and grab 100 just to try and keep things a little bit more manageable. Oops, grab 2, put that back. Don't want to be greedy. So spiders are next, nothing happening there. And then it is the horrible night terrors. So the one attacking the Lone Ranger. 5s to hit. And gets 4 hits. 4 hits. Okay, we need 4 4s or better. And we get 2, so we take 8 damage, and that knocks the lawman out. So we use the revive token. He gets a grit back and all his health and sanity. But does his corruption go? I'm going to check. No, I didn't think so. So no, these 2 corruptions stay on him. Okay, so that is that. And then we have the attack on Tonto. 5s to hit, and we get 3 hits. Okay. We need 4s or better. And we get 1. We're going to grit the other 2. And we pass 1, so we take 4 damage, which takes him up to 9 of his 10. Yay, team. And then it's tentacles, which can't do anything. So we're back into holding back the darkness. And a 9 is good. Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is we're in trouble. What do we do? What do we do here? Do we just run away? Because I think if we get bumped off, that means the Indian Scout will take an injury, which is not real flash. It's the start of our turn. We are going to run away. We are going to escape. So when we come back next time, before we go, we killed 4 spiders. So that's 40 XP. So we'll put 10 away and grab another 50. Blah, blah. And then we're going to run away. So when we come back, we'll be in the town. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was painful. Painful for me. I don't know about for you, but painful for me. So take care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.